Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata 28. As you may remember, Vidura told the king, Dhritarashtra, that his son should be killed for the sake of the world. But Dhritarashtra could not follow that advice. In the course of time, he was the father of 101 sons and a daughter called Dushasala. The king was very happy. He buried all his misgivings in the joy of fatherhood. Chapter 13, the death of Pandu. Pandu spent 15 happy years with his sons. Time passed. One day Kunti had gone with the sons to a neighboring ashram. Pandu was alone. It was a beautiful day. It was springtime. All the trees had dressed themselves with beautiful flowers. The air was laden with the perfume of these blossoms. The forest garden of Satashringa was that day a fitting stage for the act of love. In that place, made beautiful and dreamy by the magic touch of Vasanta, the Lord of Spring, the friend and helpmate of the god of love, the king saw Madri. She was a very beautiful woman. Her dark form draped in crimson silk, she stood before the king enchanting him with her loveliness. Pandu was overcome with a desperate desire for her. 18 years had passed without his having tasted the joys of a woman's embrace, and Madri was enchantingly beautiful. His desire was too strong. He forgot all about the curse. Madri tried desperately to resist his advances. Kunti would have guarded him against this danger, but she wasn't there. Madri ran hither and thither like a frightened deer. But Pandu was too powerful. He caught her in his arms and, despite her words of warning and her remonstrances, he took her. The next moment, he fell down dead. The cry of Madri reached the ears of Kunti. With the 5 young boys, she rushed to the spot. Madri said, "Something terrible has happened. Leave the children and come here alone." Kunti saw her husband lying dead. She turned her entire wrath on the poor unfortunate Madri. She said, "How could you, knowing the curse, allow this? Could you not have reminded him of it?" Madri told her all that had happened. Kunti realized that fate was too powerful. Her grief burned her frame. She fell down senseless on the ground. Madri took up the body of the dead king, dressed him in his kingly robes, and laid him on the bed. She made Kunti get up. Kunti looked on the face of Pandu. A beautiful smile lit up the face of the dead king. Placing her face on his, Kunti gave way to her grief. By then, the rishis of the valley of Satashringa had assembled there. They looked on the scene with pity in their hearts. Yudhishthira and his brothers stood by, stunned by the calamity which had overtaken them. Yudhishthira lamented their fate with tears in his eyes. He said, "We are now orphans. Fate's ways are indeed terrible. How can we so young live in this world of sin without your kind hands to guide us? From today, we are lost. We have no friends, no one to take care of us." The children were standing round him, weeping tears of pain. The scene was pitiable. The rishis took the children apart and tried to console them. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. Please come again.